You know, one of the most powerful lessons life teaches you is this: silence can be your greatest strength. We live in a world where everyone wants to show what they are doing, post every step, and tell everyone about their plans. But let me tell you something. When you reveal too much, you give away your power. People are not always as supportive as they pretend to be. Some will smile to your face, but in their hearts, they may doubt you, discourage you, or even hope you fail. And the worst part? Sometimes it's not even out of hate, it's just human nature. When you talk too much, you invite opinions, distractions, and negativity into something that hasn't even had the chance to grow. I've learned this in my own journey. Not every idea is ready for the world. Just like a seed needs to be buried deep in the soil before it can break the surface, your dreams need privacy to grow strong. The more you protect them, the more they will develop quietly without interference. If you keep talking about your next move, you might feel a temporary sense of satisfaction, but you are also opening doors for doubt and resistance to enter. Remember this: when you are building something meaningful, you don't need applause yet, you need focus. People often ask me, "Jack, why do you keep your work so private until it's ready?" And my answer is simple: because I value results over words. The world doesn't reward you for what you say you're going to do, it rewards you for what you actually do. If you're busy talking, you're not busy building. Let your success speak for you, not your announcements. Some people will not understand your vision simply because it's not their vision. They can't see what you see. If you share your plans too early, they might unintentionally plant seeds of doubt in your mind. And doubt is dangerous. It can kill dreams before they even take shape. Protect your mindset like it's the most valuable asset you own, because it is. Energy is precious. Don't waste it explaining yourself to people who don't even have the courage to chase their own goals. Learn to move in silence, not because you're afraid, but because you're wise. The most powerful moves are made quietly. The strongest storms don't announce themselves, they just arrive. And when your work is finally done, let the world be shocked. Let them ask, "How did you do it?" That's when you smile, because you know you've been working every day, every night, while they were doubting, gossiping, or simply watching. So remember this: keep your plans in your heart, keep your focus in your mind, and keep your actions in your hands. The less you talk about what you're doing, the more you can concentrate on actually doing it. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy, it's protection, and most importantly, it's power. Silence protects your vision. And if you truly want to achieve something extraordinary, you must understand why this is one of the most powerful principles of success. Think about a seed. When a farmer plants it, he doesn't leave it on the surface for everyone to see. He buries it deep in the soil. Why? Because in the darkness, away from the wind, away from curious hands, away from the harsh sun, the seed gets the chance to develop its roots. Without those roots, it cannot survive. Your dreams are no different. When you first get an idea, it's fragile. It's exciting, yes, but it's also vulnerable. It's like a newborn baby. It can't fight for itself yet. It depends on you to protect it. And if you expose it too soon to the noise of the world, it may not survive. The moment you start telling everyone what you're going to do, you open the door to 1,000 voices. Some will encourage you, but many will question you. Are you sure this will work? Why are you doing this? It's too risky. These words may seem harmless, but they plant doubt in your mind, and doubt is poison for ambition. In my own life, I've seen this happen over and over. I've watched talented people with brilliant ideas destroy their own progress simply because they talked too much, too soon. They felt a rush of pride when they shared their vision, but what they didn't realize is that every time they talked, they were releasing a bit of the energy they should have been using to build. They were feeding on the excitement of talking instead of the satisfaction of achieving. You must understand, the early stage of any dream is the most critical. That's when you need absolute focus, and that focus is only possible when you cut out unnecessary opinions. If you're still explaining and convincing, you're not yet building. And the more you explain, the more you risk giving away the magic before it's ready. It's like showing the world a half-baked cake. People will judge it before it's finished, and their opinions might stop you from completing it at all. Silence isn't about hiding because you're scared. It's about protecting because you're smart. It's a strategic shield that gives you space to make mistakes, to test, to adjust without pressure. When no one is watching, you can fail in peace, learn quietly, and try again without the weight of public opinion crushing you. Look at the most successful people. They don't talk about every move they make. They let their results speak. They understand that when you work in silence, you control the narrative. No one knows what to expect, so when you finally reveal your work, it hits with maximum impact. It's the element of surprise, and in life, surprise is a powerful weapon. So protect your vision the way a mother protects her child. Guard it from the wrong eyes, keep it safe from negative voices, and feed it with your effort, not your words. Remember, the world cannot attack what it cannot see, and when your vision is strong enough, when it has grown roots deep enough, that's when you bring it into the light, not to prove anyone wrong, but to show the world what was quietly growing while they were busy talking. If you understand this, you'll stop wasting energy on announcements and start using it to create. Because in the end, silence is not empty, it is full of power, and that power will protect your vision until it's strong enough to stand on its own. People don't always understand your plans, and you need to make peace with that. In fact, you need to expect it. When you share your dreams, you're inviting others to step into a vision they've never seen before. But here's the truth. Not everyone has the capacity to see what you see, feel what you feel, or believe what you believe. And that's not because they're bad people. It's because your dream was given to you, not to them. When you tell someone about your plans, you're speaking from a place of passion and conviction, but they are listening from a place of their own experience, their own fears, and their own limitations. If they've never done what you're trying to do, they will unconsciously measure your dream against their own comfort zone. And when your dream is bigger than their comfort zone, their instinct will often be to shrink your dream, not expand it. I've seen this countless times in business and in life. You share an idea thinking people will be inspired, and instead, they frown. They start asking you logical questions like, but what if it fails? What if you lose money? What if people laugh at you? And sometimes those questions come from people who love you the most. Your parents, your friends, your colleagues. They might genuinely think they're protecting you. But what they don't realize is that by trying to keep you safe, they're also keeping you small. This is why you need to be careful with who you share your plans with. And when. You don't need to explain your vision to everyone because most people will not understand it until they see it. Imagine showing someone a blueprint of a skyscraper when all they've ever built is a small house. They might laugh, they might doubt, or they might even tell you it's impossible. But just because they can't see it doesn't mean you can't build it. The danger is that their doubt can become your doubt. No matter how confident you are, hearing, "I don't think this will work," enough times can plant seeds of hesitation in your mind, and hesitation is the enemy of progress. You start questioning yourself, delaying action, and sometimes abandoning the dream altogether, not because it wasn't possible, but because you allowed someone else's lack of vision to replace your own. Jack Ma once said that when you're building something big, you don't need everyone to agree with you. You just need the right people to believe in you. That's why, in the early stages of any idea, your best move is to stay quiet and work. Let your progress be your argument. Let your results be your proof. The people who doubted you will either be silent when you succeed, or they will pretend they always believed in you. So protect your plans from misunderstanding. Don't get frustrated when people can't see your vision. They're not supposed to. It's yours. Work on it quietly, patiently, and consistently until one day the same people who doubted you are asking, "How did you do it?" And that's when you'll realize they never needed to understand. They just needed to see. Focus on results, not announcements. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't pay you for what you say you're going to do. It pays you for what you actually do. Too many people waste their energy making big promises, posting big statements, and telling everyone, "Watch what I'm about to do." But here's the reality. Talking about it is easy, doing it is hard. And when you choose to talk more than you work, you're already losing momentum. Every time you announce your plans too early, you give yourself a false sense of accomplishment. It's almost like you've already achieved something just by speaking it. You get that rush of attention, the likes, the "wow, that's amazing" from people, but it's temporary. It tricks your brain into feeling satisfied without actually doing the work. And this is dangerous because you start chasing validation instead of results. I've seen this in entrepreneurs, in students, in dreamers. They start with fire in their eyes telling everyone, I'm going to start this business, or I'm going to change my life. People clap, they cheer, they admire. But a few months later, nothing has happened. The energy is gone. Why? Because they spent more time talking about success than building it. Jack Ma always says, results are the best speech you can give. You don't have to convince people you're serious when your work already proves it. And that's the beauty of focusing on results. No one can argue with what they can see. People can doubt your words, but they cannot deny your achievements. Think about it. The most respected people in any field are not the ones who made the loudest promises. They're the ones who delivered consistently over time. They worked quietly, they kept their head down, and then one day they showed up with something undeniable. That's how trust is built. That's how credibility is earned. When you focus on results, you shift all your energy toward action. Instead of thinking, how can I impress people with what I say? You start asking, how can I impress myself with what I do? This mindset change is powerful. You no longer care about getting applause before the work is done. You care about making the work so good that the applause becomes unavoidable. And here's the best part. When you stop announcing everything, you remove the pressure of expectations. If you fail, no one's watching. You can learn, adapt, and try again without feeling the weight of an audience. And if you succeed, you surprise everyone, which makes your success even more impactful. So stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing it. Let your actions speak so loudly that your words become unnecessary. Because in the end, the scoreboard doesn't care about your plans. It only records your results, and those results will tell the world who you really are. Avoid unnecessary energy leaks, because every ounce of energy you waste explaining yourself to the wrong people is energy you could have invested in building your dream. Think about it. Your time, your focus, and your mental strength are like a battery. Every conversation, every argument, every explanation drains that battery a little bit. And if you keep trying to convince people who are not ready to believe in you, you'll end up exhausted before you've even taken the first big step toward your goal. In life, you will meet people who constantly question you. Why are you doing this? What if it doesn't work? Are you sure you're making the right decision? On the surface, they might seem concerned. But deep down, many of them are not asking because they care. They're asking because they don't understand, or because they secretly don't want you to rise higher than them. Whether it's jealousy, fear, or just a lack of vision, their mindset can become a slow poison for your motivation. I've learned that every time you try to explain your dream to someone who doesn't have the mindset to understand it, you're actually draining your own passion. You might start the conversation with excitement, but you'll leave it feeling tired, frustrated, or even doubting yourself. That's an energy leak, and if you're not careful, those leaks will destroy your drive before you even begin. Jack Ma often talks about the importance of conserving energy for what truly matters. He says, your job is not to convince everyone, your job is to make it happen. And he's right. The more you talk about your plan to people who can't see your vision, the more you give away pieces of your strength. And you need every bit of that strength for execution. Think about champions in sports. Do they spend their time explaining to random people why they train so hard? No. They save their energy for the game. They keep their focus locked in because they know the real battle is on the field, not in conversations. The same applies to your dreams. The real fight is in the work, the discipline, the daily grind, not in defending your ideas to people who are just curious or skeptical. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're chasing your dream. The results will explain everything when the time comes, so stop pouring your energy into people who will never give that energy back. Guard your focus like a treasure, learn to say less, and instead, do more. Because in the end, you'll realize something powerful. When you stop wasting energy trying to convince others, you suddenly have more power to convince yourself. And when you fully believe in your own vision, you don't need anyone else's permission. That's when your progress accelerates. That's when you become unstoppable. Move in silence, strike with impact, because the most powerful moves in life are the ones nobody saw coming. Think about the strongest storms. They don't announce themselves with endless warnings. They gather strength quietly, unseen, and when they arrive, they change everything in an instant. That's how you need to operate with your dreams and goals. Build quietly, prepare relentlessly, and when the time is right, reveal your work so powerfully that no one can ignore it. When you move in silence, you control the element of surprise. People cannot interfere with what they don't know. They can't sabotage, criticize, or slow you down if they're unaware of your progress. And when you finally present your results, it creates a shockwave. Because while everyone else was talking about what they might do, you were actually doing it. Think of the great innovators and leaders. They don't share every detail of their strategy while they're building. They wait until their vision is ready, and then they let the results speak in one loud, undeniable statement. This is not just strategy, it's psychology. People remember surprises far longer than they remember promises. Silence is not about hiding out of fear. It's about preparing with precision. When you move quietly, you can experiment without the pressure of an audience. You can fail, adjust, and improve without anyone knowing, which means by the time the world sees your work, it's already polished, tested, and ready to win. And here's the truth. The moment you strike with impact, people will think it happened overnight. They'll say, "Wow, where did this come from?" They won't see the years of effort, the sleepless nights, the quiet sacrifices. They won't see the times you were tempted to give up. They'll only see the result, and that's exactly how you want it, because the mystery of your silence makes your success even more impressive. So move in silence like a skilled chess player, always thinking 3 steps ahead, never revealing your next move until it's time. And when you finally make that move, make it so decisive, so undeniable, that it leaves people stunned. Because in life, you don't get remembered for the noise you made while preparing. You get remembered for the impact you made when you arrived. Let your success speak for itself, because in the end, words fade, but results remain. You can talk about your plans, your dreams, your intentions all day long, but people will only remember what you actually achieved. And here's the truth. The loudest voice in the room isn't the one making the most noise. It's the one with undeniable proof. When you achieve something real, you don't have to explain yourself anymore. Your success becomes the explanation. The same people who doubted you will be silent. The same people who questioned you will pretend they always believed in you. And the ones who tried to stop you, they'll have no choice but to respect what you've done. Because success is the most unarguable evidence in the world. Jack Ma has often said that in the early days of Alibaba, most people laughed at him. They told him the idea was too risky, too unrealistic, but instead of wasting time trying to win their approval, he focused on building. He didn't try to convince them with speeches. He convinced them with results. And when Alibaba became a success, those same critics came back with admiration. Why? Because the results spoke louder than any words ever could. The beauty of letting success speak is that it removes the need for constant validation. You're no longer chasing likes, applause, or approval. You're chasing excellence. You're building something so solid that it stands as a statement on its own. You don't need to tell people how hard you've worked. They can see it in what you've built. But here's the key. For your success to speak for itself, it must be real. It must be backed by relentless effort, discipline, and persistence. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work even when no one's watching, even when no one believes in you. Because when the moment finally comes and you present your achievement to the world, it will have the weight of authenticity. And trust me, nothing silences critics like undeniable success. You don't have to argue. You don't have to defend. You simply stand there and let your work do the talking. It's the ultimate power move. To be so focused on building that by the time you're ready to show the world, you've already won. So stop talking about what you will do and start building what you want to show. Let the world see your actions, not your announcements. Let your results be your voice, because in the end, success doesn't need an introduction. It makes its own. In life, remember this. Your dreams are yours for a reason. They were not given to your friends, your family, your colleagues, or the strangers on the internet. They were given to you, and because they are yours, it's your responsibility to protect them, nurture them, and build them until they are strong enough to stand in the light. Stop giving away your power by telling the world your every move. Stop seeking validation from people who may never understand your vision. Use your energy where it matters, in the work. Let your silence be your strategy. Let your focus be your weapon. Let your results be your voice. Yes, people will doubt you. Yes, they will question you. Yes, some will even hope you fail. but you're not here to live by their expectations. You're here to create something so powerful, so undeniable, that it changes the way they see you forever. So work in the shadows, move quietly, build without distraction, and when the time comes, step forward with your success in your hands, not your intentions on your lips. Because at that moment, you won't need to convince anyone anymore. The work will speak, and the world will listen. Never tell anyone what you are doing until it's done. And when it's done, you won't have to tell them anything at all. They'll see it, they'll feel it, and they'll never forget it.